Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to, huh? Oh, welcome to Midday Market Update. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here today. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. All right, I do appreciate it. I share a birthday, it looks like, with one of Joey's children as well. Is it today, Joey, or was it earlier the weekend?
Today is my daughter's birthday as well.
All right, so Joey's daughter and I both share a birthday, and just so that you know, Steve Johnson here, we all share the birthday of the same date, March 6th. So a lot of great people share that birthday. So thank you very much. Where's the hat? I have a hat today. I've
I
got
think Dr. Deeds was yesterday, wasn't it?
huh?
I think Dr. Deeds'
Dr.
birthday was yesterday.
Dr. Delito's birthday was the 5th. That's right, man. A lot of, Dr. Delito, the founder of VectorVest, his birthday was yesterday. Joey's daughter's today. Mine is today. Steve Johnson is today. So yeah. So thank you. I got a hat. I got a fedora today that I wore. I didn't think y'all wanted me to wear it today, so there you go. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. So hopefully everybody had a great weekend. First trading day back from a weekend and a lot of stuff to get ready for. Is this the calm before the storm? That was the alert today. Is this the calm before the storm? Because the Fed starts tomorrow, a 2 day at the Hill talking to Congress about what's going on in the economy. And a lot of people are going to be listening to what he says. And that for the next couple of days will move the market. And I've got a rundown of some of the, 13, we got 13 days, 13 trading days before the Fed sends off the next rate hike. All right. So I think the market is in this little bit of wait and see type of scenario, but we did break out of the wedge today, as we're going to take a look at in a second. Yes, congratulations on your birthday. Happy birthday. My birthday is Friday, March 10th. We are all fish Pisces. Not Prices. We're Pisces, and Ernie, we're Pisces. Not pieces. That's not it either. We're Pisces. We're Pisces. Joey, spell Pisces in the chat. Spell Pisces in the chat. It's Pisces, not pieces and prices. It's Pisces. There we go. Pisces. And Joey spelled it wrong too, I think. Roger got it right. That's Pisces. Side. Yeah, he's got a daughter that's a Pisces and he puts it wrong too. Roger, thank you for saving us. Thank you for saving us. It's not Reese's. It's not Sharks. All right. So let's get into it. 13 days, the calm before the storm, before the Fed releases interest rates. So as you can look at today, mixture in the market. The composite is the only thing that's slightly down. The market is up today. You remember the times when the Dow would be up 100 points and be like, whoa, that's a lot. It's only up 134 points today. All right. Followed by the NASDAQ is the leader, up about 1% today, than the S&P. So I still think that a lot of the movement to the upside, pending what the Fed has got to say, is a lot of irrational exuberance. I am a big fan of that. The International User Group presented on Saturday a lot of great information between Stan Heller and Dr. David Paul as well. Man, on our YouTube channel, folks, thank you, Chatty. On our YouTube page, folks, we present so much usable information. If you're here or you got people who are not here, invite them. We got 238 people. You know me, let's push to get 300 people. Especially now, given what is going on in the market, to get prepared, get people prepared for what to do, to not get them caught up in the whirlwind of chatter. All right, share this right now. Joey, put the link in there. Share this right now on your social circles. And I know a lot of you have got followers on YouTube, on Facebook, on all those different things. Share this link. Let's get the people in here. There's the link Joey put in there. Click, copy, share that link with the people that are in your social circles. Folks, we only want to try to educate people, not push stocks, not dump stocks. Educate. We want to do the work so that you can reap the reward. All right, all other indicators are down except the MTI. Why? Understand, good question. Understand that the MTI tracks over a longer period. The MTI looks over a 50-day moving period. All right, all the other indicators, the price, the BSR, the RT can all move intraday. And they can move in one direction while the MTI moves in another direction. The MTI looks at price, RT, and the BSR into one indicator, and it looks at it over a longer time period. That's why that can happen. And I cannot say that name, and I will not say that name. You need to give me a shorter cut name to use when I'm talking to you. But that is the reason why the MTI doesn't always move with the other indicators. And hopefully that makes sense. And that's a great question. That is a great question. Roger says, I shared to Facebook, but the link to Twitter is broken. Oh, I don't know what that is. All right. So again, trying to see if we can get us 300 people up in here today. And one other thing, a lot of you, before we get into it, a lot of you have been looking for me to give away a hoodie, a VectorVest hoodie. Being that this is my birthday week, I will give away 3 hoodies over the next 3 live streams. You have to stay today, and I'm going to buy them for you. I'm going to give away 3 hoodies this week. 1 today, 1 Wednesday, and 1 Thursday. You have to stay to the end of the stream to get the keyword to be in it to win the hoodie. So I am getting you 3 hoodies. I'm getting you 3 hoodies, and we've got 3 days to give those hoodies away. I am getting them for you. All right, as a way of saying thank you for supporting the channel. All right, with that, let's get into what's going on in the market. Let's go look at the market. Let's go into the program. Let's start off with the market timing graph. All right, let's start off with intraday. What's going on today? Where's the 9:30 hour? Right about here. Here's 9:30 where we started, and look at the movement to the downside of the market. Now, Joey put a poll up there. Do you think that this earnings quarter was good or bad? Remember, I told you going into the end of last year that one of the biggest movers in the market were going to be earnings, whether they hit, whether they missed, or more so where their guidance was. All right, so far this quarter, this is the first quarter, looking at last quarters last year. So far, do you think that the earnings quarter was good or bad? So let's take into effect the companies that hit, the companies that missed, the companies that guided lower going into the year. What do you think? Was this a good earnings quarter? Roger says, loves me a good hoodie. Raymond says mild. Raymond, answer it in the poll though. No. Lou, answer it in the poll. Answer it in the poll. I want as many people to answer in the poll. So as we look at intraday, a little wild ride again today, little bump up this morning, pulled back, found a level of support. Let me put that there. Found a level of support. This is all intraday, 1-minute bars. Found a level of support, bounced, broke down through that level of support, now testing it as a level of support again. And again, this is intraday. Looking at end of day, we broke out of the wedge Friday. Look at that move in the market. Nice move up, very little wick at the top of the candle. We broke out of the wedge to the upside. And I think that a lot of that was in anticipation of what the Fed was going to do. But coming into what the Fed is going to start talking to Congress tomorrow, the market is taking a little bit of a wait and see, a little bit of a down day based upon that. Raphael, again, answer in the poll for me, my friend. Between Raphael, Alberto, and Ramon, please answer in the poll that Joey put up. All right, because I want to get a feel. All right, so we look at what the market's doing, especially this is looking at the VectorVest composite. I'm interested in seeing, does the market fall back into the wedge as the Fed starts talking tomorrow? Or based upon what the Fed says, does the market have legs to continue to break out and stay out of the wedge to the upside? We will see. We will see. All right, so from a market timing perspective, just a brief view. Excuse me, how many of you saw the special, how many of you who are VectorVest subscribers saw the special presentation this week? Type a 1 in the room. How many of you saw the special presentation this week, planning your next move? Type a 1 in the room. If you didn't get to see it, type a 2. All right, and I think that it was right on time with what's going on in the market and understanding how to plan your next move using the VectorVest system. And I think that if for anybody who's typing a 2, go check it out, because I walk you through the natural progression of using the tools within the VectorVest system to plan your next move, to what to look for before you pull the trigger on any trades. All right, so for anyone who did not watch it, for all of those who are typing the 2s, I invite you to go check it out. I think it's going to prove to be instrumental in how you handle the next few trading days. One in your 6 p.m. video. You saw that and the 6 p.m. video? Which was the 6 p.m. video? Oh, was that the hit list, Joey? Yeah, it was the hit list, right? Man, how many of you liked, and that was a good video in my opinion. How many of you really felt or got to see some of the power behind the VectorVest system with the hit list video? Type a yes or a no. How many of you saw some of the VectorVest power with the hit list video? Type a yes or a no. I think that brought to the forefront a lot of the power that the VectorVest system has to offer. And I wanted to make sure that I presented a tool within the VectorVest system that the mobile people could use. All right, that the mobile people. So if you didn't see, wow, a lot of you didn't see the power of the system using it. Interesting. Listen, I ain't judging. I don't know what more you needed to see. I don't know what more you needed to see the power behind the system. I really don't. For everyone who's typing no, you didn't see, all I can do is say sorry. Sorry, that's all I can say is sorry. But that hit list video, that hit list watch list that every one of you should have. Every one of you should have. All right, let's go see some of the news that's moving the market right now. Let's move that over. Put this here. All right, some of the news that's moving the market. Stock market's fate comes down to the next 13 trading sessions. And this is interesting because it says it starts Tuesday, March 14th, March 10th, and the consumer, after Powell's February reports on March 10th, and then the consumer price index on March 14th, another hot reading on employment growth, blah, 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 blah. Then on March 22nd, the Fed will give its policy decision and quarterly interest rate projections. All right, so this is, again, putting into effect the calm before the storm and what comes down to what the Fed says. Now, U.S. stocks are rising ahead of the Fed chairman's Powell testimony this week. Again, we just discussed that. Starts tomorrow. He's going to be in front of Congress. The Fed stresses ongoing interest rate hikes needed in monetary report to Congress. So for when and that is not good for the economy. So when I sit back and I look at the market trying to grow legs to the upside, I continue to ask the question, what's pushing the market higher? And I think a lot of it, some of it, not a lot of it, some of it comes from a Fed saying, well, we're going to do this. And people go, woo, and they jump all over it and they go. But you can't fight the Fed. The Fed's going to make the last decision. What did Jay say? Jay, great idea. Kale juice or goat milk at the party. We'll celebrate and keep going. Oh, we ain't doing that. Oh, heck no. Hold on. What we get? Yeah, that's not happening. Oh, heck no, that's so not happening. Woo. We'll show the hit list video at your birthday party later tonight. Everyone will enjoy it. What party? Was I invited? Joey, did you get the invite to the party? Because I didn't get an invite. I don't know. All right. So stocks that I want to keep on your radar. And the 6 p.m. video has got some stocks that could explode. Here's two of my stocks in tonight's video that I want you to keep your eyes on. Apple's 5G modem to be mass produced on TSMC's 3 nanometer process. TSMC or TSM and Apple are two stocks that I want you to keep your eyes on. All right, two stocks that I want you to keep your eyes on. I've got more reasons why I like both of these stocks in tonight's video. Make sure you tune in and watch it. Siberia says, how does the bank's recent announcement of raising interest rates for depositors to stem the cash outflow affect the market? So I think that, with the raising of the interest rates, at some point in time, interest rates are going to look very attractive for more people, instead of investing in the stock market, will start putting their money in the bank. And that will pull money out of the economy because they will get an interest rate on that money. The interest rates weren't high enough for people to start to do that, or for people to do that. I think that the thinking may start changing. And that's another reason why I think the market's going to go down, is because people are going to start taking money out of the bank, out of the market, and putting it into the bank. So how could that affect the market? I think that as the interest rates do grow up, if you get to 5%, 4 or 5% on your money just sitting in the bank, I think more and more people are going to do that. If more and more people do that, it's going to take money out of the market. The market's going to fall. Does that answer your question? Hopefully it does. Someone on CNBC said the market looking for 2024 recovery. I'm on board with that. I don't think a recovery happens until 2024. I don't think so. But again, that's my opinion. But my opinion is based upon all of the things that I hear, all of the things that I see. Inflation is still a problem. It may have peaked and it may have pulled down. As the Fed is raising interest rates to shrink the economy, he's already doing that, but the job market is not participating. And it's interesting that as the Fed continues to raise interest rates into a shrinking economy, how long can he do that? And that's going to be very interesting to see. Does that help bank stocks? And you would think, Marty, it would. I think that the bank stocks should have been a beneficiary of all of the interest rate hikes all this time, but they haven't been. At some point in time, though, you would think that it would. And if more money starts to go into the banks because of the interest rates, then eventually, Marty, yes, it does help bank stocks, but you need to time them. Mash says, I just hit the like button while eating chicken wings. How many likes do we got? 52? Man, let's get the likes going. All right, if you like what you're hearing right now, don't forget to hit the like button. Crude oil, here's another story. I tweeted out a story about gas usage going down, the demand for gas going down, bringing down the price of gas as well. If you don't follow me on Twitter, search for @GlennTompkins Jr. To follow a lot of the stuff that I post on Twitter. But crude oil lower, the Chinese growth target disappoints. A lot of people were looking for a lot of things to move while China was reopening. It doesn't seem to be happening right yet. I just received a special over from Tangerine, 5.25% in normal savings account until July 31st. That number, 5.25%, a lot of people are going to start moving their money out of Canada. And I see that went up in Canada. A lot of people are going to start moving a lot of their money out of the market. I'm just saying that makes sense. How soon before we buy SPY puts? Not until the spiders start to show that they want to go down. Right now, they're starting to want to move up. I wouldn't start buying. Remember, a natural progression. Let the stock come to you. Let the market come to you. Don't try to outguess and jump the gun, because every time you seem to do that, the market has a way of humbling you each and every time. Don't try to outguess it. So I would just wait, Changus, for the market to come to you. All right. Another one. Lordstown in the EV space delivers just 3 EV pickups in 2022. They pivot to a new EV platform. So that's hurting them. The company said in its report it still has $220 million in cash. Blah, 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 blah. Foxconn, blah, 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 blah. This is interesting. And I'm on board with a lot of the EVs that are out there, but they've got to deliver. If they do not deliver, folks, it's going to hurt that company. No matter what EV company is, and everybody knows that Tesla's the big boy. Oh, how about that? Talking about Tesla. Tesla cuts Model S and X prices in the U.S. to stoke demand. So they cut prices on the cars over in China to do the same thing, and now it's coming over to the U.S. They're trying to, and it's not like they have to try to stay relevant. They are relevant. They are the biggest people in the business of EVs. But what are they doing? They're trying to make more sales, More sales, more sales. It's going to bite into their margins. But man, that tells me that they're already making a lot on margins if they can afford to cut the prices on these cars. When is Tesla truck coming out? You know, Alberto, they keep showing me the stories about it. I don't know. Lucid, I like as well. It's another company I like as long as they can produce the cars. All right, that's what it's got to do. Now, there's another reason in regards to Tesla or the EV space. EVs are boosting another space. EVs boost chip demand. So we look at the SMCIs, we look at the TSMs, we look at the ON, we look at a lot of the chip companies that are out there and why they are moving. A lot of the movement, why I like these stocks, a lot of the movement is because of the EV demand. And, you know, you're seeing more and more commercials about EVs on TV. You're seeing more and more of the cars on the street. I think that there used to be a time where I saw a Tesla every so often. I see a Tesla a lot more often than I did before. But more and more Volkswagen says they're going to be all EV by the year 2027 or something like that. They're going to be all EVs. And I think a lot of traditional car companies are starting to go down that path. As that happens, semiconductors are going to be used. What else? Lithium is going to start to be used. A lot of. I'm telling you, these are stocks that you've got to keep in your hit list. But there's going to be a time where there's going to be a boom in these stocks. And the EVs that are going to be the boom are the ones that are going to be able to produce the vehicles to supply the demand. If you are an EV company, you cannot supply the demand, you're going to fall to the wayside and Tesla's going to keep on eating it up. But wait a minute. Talking about Tesla eating it up, this was an interesting story. Morgan Stanley's Jonas calls Ferrari his top pick, replacing Tesla. Interesting. Now, stock here is RACE, RACE. All right, for Ferrari, the stock pick, I believe it is RACE. Somebody back me up on that. I believe it is RACE. Now, why do I like RACE? Because it is powered by another stock that I like called Palantir. Palantir's foundry is helping with Ferrari, which is looking at this story to replace Tesla. This is very interesting story, folks. All right. So I'm looking at RACE. I've already done a video on Palantir and why I like the stock long term. This gives some more credibility to the stock as well. It is RACE. There it is. Thank you. Copper stocks, Raphael, you're right. Copper stocks is another one as well. Tommy says, I just saw my first Amazon EV van. Guess what? That's going to start coming too. How about Domino's? You see the commercials for Domino's that they're going to start delivering in EVs? All of this stuff, and it's interesting talking about a company who could be coming after Tesla. This is just somebody's opinion, though. This is just somebody's opinion, but I wanted to bring it to the forefront because it also helps in another stock, as I mentioned, Palantir, because Palantir's foundry works Ferrari. All right, so put that out there. Let's get into the software again. All right, let's get into the software again, and let's go to my viewers tab. Let's talk about the indices. Where the indices are going right now. What happened to TRMD? I don't know, Anwar. Without me taking a look at it, I don't know. I'll write it down as possibly a stock that we'll take a look at today. TRMD. I'll write that down. TRMD. But I have no idea of what happened with the stock. Here's the mixture of the stocks. The IWM, the lower dollar stocks, on a day when the market seems like it's trying to go up, people are getting out of the lower dollar stocks today. It's down about 0.7%. Our VectorVest composite is slightly down, pretty flat for today. The biggest mover is the Qs, up over 1% today. Glenn, I'd love a VectorVest hoodie. All right, again, stay to the end. I'm going to give away 3 hoodies this week, 1 for each live stream, and I'm going to get them for you myself. All right, this is going to be a gift from me to you guys, but you got to stay to the end to get the keyword to be able to be in for the the drawing for the hoodie. Watch GMGM. It's too many letters, Roger. I don't think it's even a real. 1, 2. That's five letters. GMGMF. I'm GMGMF. Good gravy. All right. I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to look at it. All right. So mixture on the market today. The big news stocks, the stocks that we just took a look at. Let's go take a look at them on the graphs and stuff. Look at the top of the list. Remember, putting them into a VectorVest watch list. VST. Look at that. The highest two VSTs are my chip stocks, SMCI and TSM. Tesla's in here, a little bit down today. There's the race stock. Interesting. Now, interesting about race. Morgan Stanley says that's their pick to take over Tesla. Well, all right. Let's go see if it's got the chops. One, way overvalued. Upside potential? Compared to Tesla, Tesla's got a lot more upside potential than race. Safety? Race has got a relative safety at 104. Tesla's got it at 1.28. What's the difference right now? Race is in an upturn. All right, it's got a relative timing of 1.24. So on 1.25, Tesla's got an RT below 1. So the biggest thing, news is moving it. Let's go take a look at the both of those. If I had to make a choice between these two, Morgan Stanley says that race is their stock to overtake Tesla. Put this on a 3-month graph. There's the move of race. Bottom left, top right, breaking out of a level of consolidation. Notice that the two bars breaking through resistance are closed bars, which means the price is lower than the open. The 3 and the 8 look good, but it's now testing that level of resistance of 269.53 now as a level of support. Let's go look at Tesla. Tesla's breaking down a little bit. A lot of the same movement, over the last 3 months, but breaking down a little bit. If I am looking at the two of them, let me take that graph off. If I'm looking at the two of them, I'm looking at the upside capability going forward. Tesla's got it. All right, Tesla's a hold. Race is a hold. They both have relative safeties above 1. What's helping right now for Race is that, again, it's in an uptrend, whereas Tesla is not. Tesla is fundamentally sound. Race is not. Let's go look at earnings. All right, let's go take a look at earnings. Another thing, Tesla grows their earnings at a clip of 38%. All right, Race has higher earnings, but Tesla grows it better. All right, so the choice is yours. I don't know if I would go as far as saying that Race is going to outperform or is my next best stock to Tesla just quite yet. All right, just quite yet. All right, hold on. Do you think the quarter was good? 64% said good, 35% said bad. All right, 64% said good, 35% said bad. 88 votes. We only had 88 votes out of 200 some odd people, only 88 of you. Let's see. TSM looks good today. Apple is buying 5G chips from them. You know what else is going on with TSM while Apple, I like it as well, Roger? Watch the 6 p.m. video tonight. All right, watch the 6 p.m. video tonight. There's another big reason why I like the two of those stocks. Race stocks matters. Race stock. Oh, yeah. Fireblazer, hush. That's sigh. No. All right. Palantir is a stock that's going along with Race, so let's go take a look at that. Overvalued. Again, speculative play. It is in an uptrend, not by a lot, but it's still speculative play. Ride, not being able to provide vehicles, is feeling the hurt. Sell recommendation. Chip stocks, I want to show you something about the chip stocks. I'm going to view the industry graph on the chip stocks. There's another poll up there. Chip stocks are on the rise again. Does it continue? Let me show you the industry graph on chip stocks over the last 3 months. There it is. Oop, this is computer makers. That's not what I wanted. Hold on. Where's my chip stocks? Yeah, let's do it on TSM. Right click, view the industry graph. Let's go see what the industry looks like. So this is on the chip stocks. Where did my graph go? There it is. Let's go put this on a 3-month graph. Is it on the rise or not? 3 months. There it is. There's the chip industry. So I like that the demand from the EVs is picking up a demand more in the semiconductors. I like that the space is coming off a level of support sitting at about 64.80. I like that it's in the channel in the 3.8 cross. What I'm really looking for now in the space is to see if it can break through this level of resistance of 70.21 as an industry. Now, what I don't like that the earnings per share have fallen over the last 3 months. Well, that's because these companies have been under some selling pressure. They're not making the money that they anticipated that they would. I'd watch to see if that turns around. But looking at the graph, still higher over a 3-month period after consolidation, it could be getting ready to break out. I'll take my salt and vinegar on my chips. Hold on. What does that get? That gets crickets. Yep, that totally gets crickets. So I like the semiconductor space. It's setting up. All right, the news is there, but it's setting up. And there, Joanne has got a point. There aren't enough jobs, enough people to fill the jobs that the baby boomers left. People did not have babies for these jobs. But you know something? Watch my video tonight, Joanne. It may answer that question a little bit for you. Watch the video that comes out tonight. It may answer that question for you. Paul says, I was at a lawnmower shop Saturday. They said Honda is stopping lawnmower production later this year due to rapidly advancing battery tech, and people wanted to switch to electric. The demand is there, folks. So because the demand is there, chips are going to have to be made for these devices. It's just on paper. It ain't what I'm telling you and saying go buy it. I like the stocks. I'm explaining to you why I like the stocks, but I'm looking at the industries. If the industries are on the rise, that means the stocks within the industries are pulling those stocks up. How do we watch your video? If you go to our channel, hold on a second. Put this back on web. Go to www.youtube.com. All right, go to youtube.com. Once you get to youtube.com, search for VectorVest. All right, in this search bar right here, search for VectorVest. All right, go down, click on VectorVest. That should take you right to this page right here. See here where it says VectorVest? Click on it. Once you click on it, subscribe to the channel. Steve, I just walked you through how to get to our channel and how to subscribe to the channel. And all of the videos, there it is. There was the video about a hit list. I did the strategy of the week, planning your next move. All of the videos that I've done most recently are right here for you. Right here for you. All right. Steve, does that answer your question? Glenn, you always use the 3 and the 8. Bruce, it has worked out well for me. All right. That has worked out well for me. So I like the 3 and the 8. Whether it's a short-term play or a long-term play, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. They want everyone to drive EV. So Joanne, you're right. But you know what's interesting is that the demand is picking up. The word I'm looking for. It's picking up on its own. There was a lot of governmental push to EVs, but I think slowly but surely more and more people are getting on board with it. Does anybody agree with that? All right. Does everybody agree with that? That there was a major governmental push to EVs, but I think that people are doing their homework. It's my opinion that they're doing their homework and that there's a natural progression just to. Anybody agree with that? All right. If you agree with that, type of 1. If you don't agree with that, type of 2. If you agree with that, type of 1. If you don't agree with that, type of 2. All right. And again, this is a non-judgment zone. This is just, wanting to hear what you got to say. EV technology just not there yet. Range not good. Charging takes too long. There's a lot of valid points there. All right. Thoughts on Mullins? Since speaking on EVs, I did a video on Mullins. I called it Messy Mullen. Tay, I did a video. It was a while ago, though. I did a video on Mullen called Messy Mullen. There's a lot of video content on our channel, folks. There's a lot of video content on our channel, but I did a video on Mullen. Government push, yes. Not sure people sold on it. All right, Marty, I'll take that. I gave you my opinion. All right, I'm on battery replacement costs too much. Now, it's interesting. You say that the battery, and I did a video talking about the battery replacement. These batteries are warranted for 10 years, 100,000 miles. Do you think that anybody's holding on to that car to get to that point to have to replace a battery? Because if a battery fails in that time period, they replace the battery for free. For free. The only time you actually have to come out of pocket to pay for a battery is if you go beyond the warranty. So I answered that in the video as well. I don't think that anybody's going to, once you get to that 10 years, 100,000, I think you probably trade it in for another one. That's what I would think. That's what I would think. Conventional electricity production is lagging and will cause issues, says Changus. Production, conventional, where do we get the majority of our electricity from? Coal. All right, and that's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, so these are my big news stocks. Let's do this. What earnings are coming out this week? We'll take a look. 100,000 car be traded every 10 years. Common. Man, I agree. You say, come on, 100,000 car battery traded every 10 years. You don't think that that's true, Tilu? You don't think that that's true? I think that they would. Bruce says, I've had 2 Teslas, and they replaced the battery for me in my first. All right, so I think that if it goes beyond the warranty, you gotta pay for it. But if you don't, then if you don't go beyond the warranty, you're fine. Old battery disposal will cause new environmental issues. Changus, I did a video on that as well. Go check it out. I did a video that talked about the charging, that talked about the distance, that talked about the car batteries, that talked about getting rid of the batteries. I covered a lot of the topics that you're bringing up in a couple of different videos on EVs. All right. Car that I have now is 11 years old, and I'm not trading it anytime soon. Electrics won't do that. We'll see. We'll see. Wow, there you go, Maria. Take your time, do it right. We can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Yeah, remember that song? I just sang that song. All right, let's talk about the fastest earnings. There wasn't a whole lot of earnings, a big company earnings coming out this week. I've got 5. I agree with you that your videos are hard to find. I look for them all the time, though. I'm not sure, and I'll bring that to Joey to see. I don't know what else we can do. And I know there's a lot of videos on our channel. I don't know what we can do to make it easier to find a video. Maybe, hold on. Maybe I'm gonna see something here. Here's the VectorVest channel. So we're here, right? I'm wondering if, say again, I'm wondering once we're here.
You just go to videos, they're right there.
Right here, there we go. We go to videos.
That's the most recent one right there.
Now, what if, I'm talking about Tesla. Can I go back and find all my Tesla videos if I go click in the search? TSLA. I wonder if that'll do it. Look at that. This is us. There it is. You can see all of the VectorVest ones that we've done. Ooh, I do like that. Look at that. So there you go. There you go. For any, if there's an wow, I did that. I did do that. Here's 2 Tesla videos right here. Best EVs about electric versus combustion. Look at that. So you can type in any stock that you want to see if somebody else give me another stock. We'll do this real quick. Somebody else give me another stock. Richard says, who would buy a 7 to 10-year-old EV? That's another side. I can't answer that question, and he's got a point. I don't know. I don't know, Richard, and I'm wondering if you do that, do they want to re-up the, they make you pay for re-upping the warranty on the battery? I don't know. Nobody's giving me a stock to take a look at, so I'm going to keep moving on. All right, but I think that the search function, LAC, I think that the search function might be the way to go. LAC, look at that. Look at that. All of the videos that have LAC in them and lithium. Look at that. All right, so I think for anybody who comes and they say that they can't find a video on something, there's Lucid. All of the videos that we did on Lucid. So how cool is that? How do you get to the channels again? You go to you go to YouTube. Once you get to YouTube, search for VectorVest. Once you get to VectorVest, click on it and subscribe to it. And then now you all know that if if I said I talked about a stock, you want to go find a video on it, type it in the search. Type it in the search and you'll be able to find all of the videos that we've done on those. How cool is that, folks? All right. All right. Fastest industries. Where's the money going today? No. Fastest industries. Let's go see what other industries are moving. I'm going to go to a search that I created. Delta searches industries, strong industries. Let's go see what industries are moving right now. Energy coal. Let's move this over. It was up 1.32% 10 days ago. It's up. Notice that over the last few days, this is the fastest moving industries. Not by a lot. Energy coal, retail computers, petroleum, international. So it's a cool way to find transportation ship is actually going down. Transportation ship is actually going down over the last 10 days. But energy coal is on the rise. All right, look at that. Energy coal is on the rise. Let's go see if there's any stocks. View the stocks in the industry group. Let's go see if there's any stocks in here that I like a lot. Sort this by CI. Which stocks price? But it's a sell. How about, look at this, CEIX. Fundamentally sound, in an uptrend, good high. Look at that. ARLP, undervalued. This is more an aggressive play, good upside. The relative safety is low. RT is not there. Let's go take a look at these two. These three. Right click, these three I said. 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go take a look at them. View the stock graph. Put this on a 3-month graph. See if there's any of these are in play. So the industries are moving over the last 10 days. I do like CEX coming up, down day to day, but the 3 and the 8 are still in place. I'd love to see if it could break above that level of resistance. What else? Coal. I'm not taking this one. Down day, the 3 and the 8 just crossed below on the end of day. I'm not taking this one. If I'm looking at any of these three, notice that they're all down today, but CEIX, the 3 and the 8 are still in play. The 3 and the 8 are still in play, but I'd keep my eye on it. The other two, the 3 and the 8, are to the downside. Does that make sense to everybody in here that I just said? Palantir is going down again. Maybe the money is on the shorting side. Palantir, I'm thinking that the news between Race and Palantir could push Palantir up. Palantir made some money in the last earnings. I'd still keep my eye on it. I still think that a lot of people don't realize just how good Palantir is based upon the contracts that they're getting. Russell is going down. Is the market turning around? Is the market turning around? The red bar is getting redder. It's getting a bigger redder. But again, we're still outside of the wedge. Still more so have upside than downside. All right, I'm going to do one other thing. You know me, I always prepare, but we're getting low on time. I'm going to go to my hit list. I've got my own hit list. I'm going to see what's moving. I want everybody to do this every day. Open up your hit list. You know, these are all sorted by VST. My shippers are at the top. Well, I want to see what's moving today. How many stocks do I have in my hit list? I've got 88 stocks. Good. Googly muggly. Here's a pharma that I've got my eyes on, up 26%. There's coal, the opposite of Boyle, up 25%. Look at all. You wanted to talk about Mullen. Mullen's in my list. The stock is dirt cheap, overvalued. I call it still messy Mullen. All right, it's up today, but the company grows their earnings at a negative clip. This is a trade. You wanted to, you asked me about Mullen, view the stock graph. This is just a trade. I don't know what's moving it today. Put this on a 1-month graph. And you know something? If I were to buy in the Mullen, who asked me about Mullen? Type of me in the room. Who asked me about Mullen? Who is only driving 10,000 miles a year. That's another side, Steve. Listen, I understand and I hear everybody in regards to the EV space who drives. I drive a lot more than 10,000 miles a year. I totally agree with you. The batteries are warranted up to 100,000 miles. Do you hit 100,000 miles before 10 years? A lot of times you will. Then it's outside of warranty. Then you have to replace a battery when it comes time to replace a battery. I can't get around that. It is what it is. It is what it is. So running your car on coal? No, I'm not running my car on coal. I'm running it on electricity. I'm running on electricity. All of our electric bills will go up. A lot of the people who are charging their cars charge it on the off-peak hours, more so than the peak hours. So I don't think there'll be an increase to electric bills yet. All right, not just quite yet. All right. So interesting, as I look at my hit list, Mullen comes up today as somebody was asking me about it. It was Alberto. There you go, Alberto. It's up today, but I'm looking at through my watch list, through my hit list. This is just a trade. Does that make sense, Alberto? Does that make sense? It's just a trade. It's just a trade. I have hours of videos, VectorVest videos to watch on YouTube. I have no time for driving in an EV. Electricity is often made from coal. Carol, I think 60% of our electricity is made off of coal. I think we get 60% of our electricity from coal. Chris says, I wonder if all the same people who are negative about EV also thought that the internet was just a fad. No, listen, I am of the mindset the government pushed people to this space. I don't think it should have been done. I think that the natural demand for EV should have taken place. That's the way I think it should have happened, but it didn't happen that way. I still think that more and more people are getting on board with the idea, and it's got a ways to go. You got to look at the electric grid. That's going to have to get better. You're going to have to look at the distance. That's going to have to get better. You're going to have to look at the price. That's going to have to get better. So there's a lot of things that still need. You got to look at the cost of the battery to replace it. That's going to have to get better. You look at these things, we're still in the process, in the infancy of this space, but the demand is there. All right, but the demand is there. All right, Joey, I'm gonna give away a hoodie. I'm gonna give away a hoodie. Keyword. The keyword is gonna be Glenn23. All right, the keyword is gonna be Glenn23. Thanks for your hit list. I see some new tickers. And listen, David, my hit list is definitely gonna be different from your hit list. All right, my hit list is definitely gonna be different from your hit list. But if you see some stocks in here that you like, add them to your hit list. And I love doing this every day, opening up before the market opens to see what stocks are moving from my hit list. And I can look at the analysis to determine whether or not it's just a trade or if it's got some functionality of a stock that I would want to hold longer term. All right, so David, I'm right on along, and I'm glad that I can show you my list, at least part of it, to show you what stocks are in my list. Don't forget you can add them to yours. So it's Glenn23. I see that coming across. I'm going to give away a hoodie. Joey's going to tell me who's going to win. John says Glenn23 and Glenn24 for Fed chairman. No, I told you I got too many skeletons in my closet. I got no, Andrew. I don't think that's the case, and I'm gonna have to find out about that. How much of our electricity is comes from coal? All right, let's go take a look at it. Let's go see what the number is. Last time I saw, man, I know it was about 60%. These carbon dioxide sources have power 58%. 58%. I want to find something. Coal is producing 22%. Why am I getting so many different stories? Share, no data. Somebody back me up on that story. All right, chip stocks are on the rise again. Does it continue? 73% of you said yes. 26% of you said no. I need somebody, Glenn23, if I win, however, give it to Joey for me. Thanks, Glenn and Joey. Nice presentation today. Always good to have Boston in the chat. I forgot to say hi to Boston. Hi, Boston. Chris says coal is 22%, natural gas is 58%. Let me look this up. I did this live. I saw that. I don't know why Joey pinned that. Lorraine says, no, Chris says 36%. Natural gas 31%, petroleum 28%, coal 17%. How come the last time I looked, coal was providing 60% of our electricity? Ducat says 19.5% coal according to the government website. Well, I'd like to be corrected. And I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Joey's going to let me know who won. I'm gonna do some more work on that. All right. Let's do this. Let's go see who wins the hoodie today. And again, this is coming from me. I'm going to buy it. All right. I'm going to buy it. And I'm going to give out 3 this week. 1 today, 1 Wednesday, 1 Thursday. Coal was never providing 60%. How are fossil fuels added together work out to your number? So you saying coal and oil was given 60%? Is that what I saw? I don't know why I swore that coal was 60%. Marty! Holy smokes! Marty! You won the hoodie. Marty won the hoodie today. Doo-dah. Doo-dah. Marty, you gotta let me know.
Marty from Tampa, huh?
Yeah, that's Marty from Tampa. How does he keep winning stuff? I almost said a bad word. Marty, are you here? There he is. He's here. All right, Marty, you got to send an email to connect@VectorVest.com. Once you send that email about the hoodie, you got to give me your size so that I can buy it and get it sent to you. All right. Fernando, I've got 2 more live streams. I got a Wednesday live stream I'm giving away a hoodie, and I've got a Thursday live stream that I'm giving out a hoodie. All right. Fireblazer says, hey, not fair. I was in Tampa too. I got nothing to do with it. That's all Joey. For anybody who's talking about they didn't win, talk to Joey. That's all Joey. And Fireblazer says size matters. Oh, sigh. What do you get? You got to get. Oh, no, hold on. I'm going to say this for.
I love it.
All right. So. Oh my gosh. Hi, Kathy. All right. So, Marty, you got to send an email to connect@VectorVest.com. Say that you won the hoodie and I need your size. Roger says they only have size 3XL to 5XL in stock. Is that the case? Joey, is that real? Wow. All right. Well, anyway, I may have to send you a 3XL. How do we not have smaller sizes? Anyway, so send that to me. All right. We're done for the day. Thank you guys for being here. We still didn't get to 300 people. We still got over 100 likes. Thank you for that. And, you know, for all of you who are not subscribers to the channel, don't forget, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for hanging out with me today. We've got 2 more live streams to give out 2 more hoodies. 2 more live streams to give out 2 more hoodies. All of the people who are brand new, thank you for being here. All right, so we got to go. Not rigged. I've won many times being here, being there. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate that. Actually, congratulations, Marty. Again, send that email to connect@VectorVest.com. Say that you won the hoodie and you got to give me your size. Say that you won the hoodie, you got to give me your size. And you got to give me your address. All right, I got to go. My daughter's getting ready to take me out for a birthday lunch. She'll be here in about 6. No, so she won't. She's like her mother. She doesn't know how to be on time for nothing. So I might still have another half an hour to wait for her. But anyway, thank you guys for supporting the channel. And thank you, Tom and Boston, for being in the background along with Joey. With that, folks, thank you for the birthday wishes. I do appreciate that. We're going to hold this birthday for the whole week. We're going to give out these hoodies. With that, folks, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha for all my peeps in Hawaii. Bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yeah. So until next time, folks. See ya.